Untitled project. When the James Webb Space Telescope opened its golden mirrors to the void, humanity expected beauty, not contradiction. We hoped to glimpse the first stars, the ancient glow of creation, but what we found defied every prediction. In its earliest deep-field images, Webb saw galaxies that shouldn't even exist. Colossal, ancient-looking systems shining from a time when the universe was barely 300 million years old. Too bright. Too structured. Too soon. It's as if the cosmos had written its story before the first page was supposed to begin. They call them the forbidden galaxies, objects like GLASS Z12 and CERS 93316, glowing red through the Webb's infrared eyes. Each one existed just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang, yet they're already massive, mature, and full of heavy elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron. Those elements take generations of stars to form, so how could they appear in the cosmic dawn? It's like finding skyscrapers in a newborn city, before bricks were ever invented. Some astronomers suggest our timeline of the universe is wrong. Others whisper a far stranger idea, that these galaxies may have been seeded, ignited by forces or civilizations far older than we can imagine. Webb's gaze turned inward, and what it found within our own galaxy was just as unsettling. Scattered among the stars were objects that burned hotter, brighter, and longer than physics should allow. They weren't new, they were ancient. Stars older than the Milky Way itself, glowing with patterns that pulse like a heartbeat, repeating in perfect mathematical rhythm. Scientists labeled them metal-poor anomalies, stars that should have died billions of years ago. Yet they persist, untouched, as if something is sustaining them. Some physicists quietly suggest these aren't stars at all, but machines, hidden in plain sight, relics of an intelligence that once mastered the laws of energy itself. Then came the strangest discovery of all. Buried in the Webb's data were perfect arcs and rings of light, massive structures bending and repeating across the sky. At first, scientists believed it was simple gravitational lensing, light warped by galaxies in the distance. But the symmetry was too exact. Too deliberate. Some frames showed intersecting arcs, forming hexagonal and circular grids, patterns not expected in nature. And within those luminous webs, faint radiation pulses repeated like signals. Not random. Not chaotic. Structured. Coordinated. As if the universe itself was built upon an ancient design, one we're only just beginning to see. In mid-2025, a deep space data packet stunned Webb's control team. Buried inside one observation of the MAX 0647J cluster was a repeating signal, a flicker of light that pulsed every 22 hours. At first, they thought it was interference. But when the data was isolated and converted into sound frequencies, a pattern emerged. A rhythm. A sequence that wasn't random. When visualized, those light pulses formed a spiral, the Fibonacci pattern, the mathematical fingerprint of nature itself. The same sequence that shapes galaxies, hurricanes, and human DNA. But this one wasn't natural. It came from 13 billion years in the past, written in the oldest light we've ever seen. Someone, or something, encoded a message into creation's first dawn. If this signal is real, if that ancient spiral wasn't chance, then everything we believe about the universe changes. Because it means that intelligence existed before us, maybe even before the first stars ignited. Some scientists argue it's just coincidence, data noise, gravitational lensing, statistical artifacts. But others are no longer convinced. The same sequence has appeared in 3 separate Webb observations, across entirely different regions of space. 3 identical patterns. 3 cosmic echoes whispering the same truth, that the universe remembers. Perhaps creation wasn't a random explosion, but a designed awakening, orchestrated long before our kind ever opened its eyes. Across the scientific world, the debate has turned into quiet fascination and fear. Because the Webb telescope wasn't designed to find intelligence, yet it may have found its footprints. Some cosmologists now speak carefully of the architects, a term whispered in late-night conferences and encrypted data threads. They believe the early universe may bear the imprint of a civilization so advanced, it could sculpt matter, time, and energy at will. Maybe they didn't vanish. Maybe their work became the fabric of reality itself, galaxies, stars, even life, all emerging from a design too perfect to be coincidence. And if that's true, then every photon Webb captures isn't just light. It's a message, waiting for us to understand what we were never meant to forget. For centuries, we've looked to the sky and wondered who, or what, might be out there. But what if the universe itself is the message? What if the very fabric of space, the light, the spirals, the patterns, are echoes of an ancient intelligence trying to be seen again? The James Webb Space Telescope was never built to find gods, but it may have just found their handwriting. Every image it sends back is more than beauty, it's memory, imprinted in light. Proof that we are part of something older, vaster, and more deliberate than chance. Maybe we were never alone. Maybe we were meant to remember.